Good morning guys, hello, how are you? It's me, it's Emma, it's Thrilling Thursday, it's the Hoop and Chat. I hope you are ready to join me. I'm just going to put a little timer on so I don't end up going for too long. I hope you're all good. Are you ready for today? Are you having a good day so far? I actually had some severe rage this morning. So up I got this morning, sitting there on my website trying to update terms and conditions and put a new course up, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And then all of a sudden, after about an hour of putting all this work in and not saving it as I went, lesson learned, the electrics went out. Oh my God, I literally felt like red mist rage. Has anyone had that recently? Do you ever get that? Oh, it was awful. Anyway, I'm going to step into hoop, I'll tell you a bit more about that. So if I've got your hoops, remember this is a Power Hoop Deluxe. I do not have the weights in it, I'm just using it as it is, okay? I'm going to go to the left today because the left is my weakest side, so I'm going to do that one first. Place the hoop onto the lower back, put the left leg in front, make sure I've got my abdominals zipped up and belly buttoned in, turn my hoop to the right, launch, and I'm off. And you can see I'm just gently pushing the hips forward and back, yeah? Nice and easy. If you're not sure what to do with your arms, just place your arms up here. So yeah, so that was this morning. And you know, like, I was like, no, I don't find, so for me, doing all this, I'm not very technical minded at all. When I was back at school many moons ago, we didn't even do computers. So anything I've learned how to do on a computer is very, very, very basic. Honestly, it's so basic. So there I am updating my website this morning because I'm starting a new course. Some of you are definitely going to love this one. So when I was driving to my PT client's house yesterday, I think I said this, I heard an advert on the radio for Tinder. And it made me laugh. It was this advert, but it's got a really catchy catchphrase, really good catchphrase. And it was like, is it a seasonal fling or a long-term thing? And I thought, ooh, I like that. With fitness, do you go through seasonal flings? You know, like with fitness, do you have a seasonal fling because you're like, oh yeah, I've got to get in shape because it's my holiday coming up, or I've got to get in shape because it's Christmas, or do you do that so you are having a seasonal fling with your health and fitness? So I'm going to use that catchphrase or tagline or whatever you want to call it. So it got me thinking, and then I thought, right, I offer so much stuff, and sometimes I think maybe I offer too much stuff. So I've decided to strip it down and go with a 7-day start program, and it's the midsection meltdown plan. Now, let me first of all say, because sometimes when I post my reels, and bear in mind they're 15 or 30-second reels, I get people going, you can't spot my G's fat, that's what, and I'm like, yeah, hello, I do know this. So I'm going to reiterate that. People always like to, you know, dull someone's sparkle. It's really annoying. When you're exercising, when I'm doing like short reels, I just want to encourage people to move. Not everybody's exercising to lose fat or to reduce body fat. All right, to be fair, a high percentage are, but not always. People just need to move their bodies more, you know? So when I'm doing like the short reels and stuff, it's to encourage daily movement. And if somebody just wants to watch one of my reels and just do that every day, do you know what? That's a start. So I'm like, that's really good. But obviously people who want to know a bit more and train are generally, without being funny, are going to pay. They're going to invest in their health and actually come and train with me, where I then can educate and show you a better way and teach you stuff, yeah? Whereas if you want to just follow a reel, it might just give you an idea and get you moving, and I'm all about that. I want to do as many ways possible and encourage people to start exercising. So, the 7-day midsection meltdown starter program is so that you don't feel like, sometimes I personally think, oh yeah, it's great a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, but if you're starting out or you tend to be a yo-yo dieter or exerciser, anything longer than a week, it's probably a bit scary and you don't want to commit, or you think, oh no, I can't do it. So I thought, right, I'll start with a 7-day program, and I'm going to run this at the beginning of every single month. So, and the idea is eventually, even if you became one of those people that only did that for a week out of each month, well, hang on, it would be a really good start. It would. So hopefully that week will help you start building healthier habits. But if it doesn't, you know, next month I'll run that week again and reiterate until it does become a habit for you, until it becomes an essential part of your day. That's my plan. So in the 7-day midsection meltdown starter pack or program, I will do seven 15-minute workouts that are going to help you to strengthen your core muscles. Alongside that, to help you optimize your results and your healthy habits and behaviors, I will do simple no-nonsense nutrition. I won't say you have got to eat this, I'll give you all the tools you need to start your journey into melting your midsection and getting stronger. That's what I'm going to do. There'll be daily little challenges or focus points, so each day will have a different focus, and the idea is at the end of that week you would have all the tools to implement for life if you wanted to, and even if you didn't, you would have made a start, you would have done something. How many times do we do that? We'd watch things and we think, oh, we'll make a start, and we never do. We put it off. So I do it all the time. I've got a really good course that I've paid for and done it, and I'm like, oh, I'll start Monday, and then before I know it, like a month or 2 months of Mondays come, and I didn't start it, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, what is wrong with me? So I totally get it. You know, we're full of good intentions, we don't always do it. Right, I'm going to stop now because that's 5 minutes to do the other side. Always hoop both sides. Zip it up, hoop onto the lower back, turn it to the left, launch to the right, I'm off. Don't know what to do with your arms, put them here. So, that's what you're launching, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really, really good early bird offer as well to really tantalise you and get you all to come and join me. So maybe that's something that will work for you. As I say, I do lots of stuff. I do like a class here, I do the daily challenge there, I do week memberships, I do all sorts of different things, but I want to find as many ways as possible to support as many of you as possible. When you look at the statistics of how many people are inactive, it's mental. The massive percentage of the population aren't doing any health and fitness whatsoever, which is kind of nuts if you think about it, that this is our home. Without our bodies working properly, without our health, we've got like nothing. And even with all the money in the world, you know, don't get me wrong, I'd like to have all the money in the world to find out, but even all the money in the world cannot buy you actually your health. Once you've lost it, once you're ill, you're ill. You know, that's it. So you want to start investing in your health and fitness now. Why not? Don't wait till you're ill. The amount of people that contact me that are borderline type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, and I'm like, God. And mostly it's women, and mostly it's perimenopausal, menopausal women. Not always, but mostly. And do you know, we can reverse that. You don't need to go, oh yeah, I've got type 2, I'm on medication. No, honestly, there's always going to be somebody that maybe you can't, but generally, the higher percentage you can, and you can bloody reverse it with diet and exercise. And it doesn't have to be extreme or anything like that. I'm far from extreme. I've got in my bag out there, one of my girls came to Walkfit last night, bought me a great big bar like this of Marvellous Creations. It's my most favourite one, the popping candy and jelly bean ones. I bloody love it, it's amazing. I will eat that bar and I will eat that whole bar. And if I get a chance to, I'll eat that whole bar to myself. The only problem is my husband never likes it. So we had a bar the other day, we had to have half each. Now I have a confession, it's Thursday. I've already eaten a bar of that this week and I ate it all to myself. Now, I'm not proud of that fact. And some of you go, what's the problem? You can eat it. I'll tell you what the problem is. It doesn't bring anything good to the table. It doesn't. It may make me feel good in that moment, but the sugars help to age you faster, accelerate aging, even on a cellular level, not even just on an external level. So there's no point. You get blood sugar peaks and dips, and then you just feel awful, you feel sick, you feel like you've got headaches, you know, all sorts of things. So that's why. I'm not saying, I never eat chocolate. I love it. I love chocolate and I love sweets. But does it actually really groove me? Not really. If I could manage to open that bar and eat a couple of squares, wouldn't be the end of the world. But no, I'm very much all or nothing when it comes to sweets and chocolate. So when I run my courses with you, I'm not expecting to be perfect. All I would do is try and encourage you to do it. That's it. The first step is just come and do it. Make a start. That's all you've got to do. Because let's be honest, life is so short. It is going so quick. I mean, what's the date today? Is it the 21st? Oh my God, do you know what I've just realised? If it's the 21st of September, I got married on that to my first ex-husband, which is why I probably forgot. And that was how long ago? 27 years ago. Oh my God, how scary is that? Well, that's a bit of a blast from the past. That wasn't really, that's a throwback Thursday for you, just then and there. I don't even know I just said that. Oh, I know why. Because already we're like 3 weeks into September, and before you know it, we're going to be in October, November, and then we're going to be talking about Christmas. It's so frightening how fast life goes. So when we keep putting things off and keep waiting, it's just no good. So, the 7-day midsection meltdown starter program starts Monday the 2nd of October, because I said I'm going to do it at the start of each month. So I'm hoping that, again, instead of just being a seasonal fling with your fitness, you'll start building it into a healthy habits, and I will do everything I can to encourage you to do that. So if you want to join, come and do it. So it's going to be the top price of it is 30 quid. But I'm doing an early bird offer up until 11:59 next Wednesday. It's only 20 quid. So look at that, 20 quid for 7 days of full-on support from me. Yeah, exercise, nutrition, healthy habits, motivation and accountability might be the best 20 quid you've ever spent. So if you want to know any more about that, number one, I'm going to have to go and update my website again, which I lost this morning, which is why I had rage and red mist. I'm going to go and do that. Let me know and I'll sort you out a link. I would love you to join me. It might be just the best thing you ever do. Who knows? And think of all the ways you just waste 20 quid just like that. Just like that. Think of it. And if you really want to have a good chat, put it in the comments and tell me the last thing you wasted 20 quid on. Like, seriously. Oh, and then the very last thing I want to say is I just saw, you know, I was talking about not spot reducing fat, and I know, obviously that's obvious. I watched Courtney Black this morning. She did a very James Smith style roast on those things that talk about FUPA. And I must admit, I don't like those videos that talk about FUPA. So FUPA is meant to, is it fatty upper pelvic abdominals or something, or area, something like that. And you've got all these women going, oh yeah, and getting their bellies out and going, FUPA and all this. And I think, I guess I've just said midsection meltdown, haven't I? And she's going on about FUPA. But do you know what? The only thing that I did like when Courtney Black did that this morning, as I say, it's very James Smith style. I don't like myself. I don't like calling up somebody else's work and roasting them. I don't like doing it. I just feel a bit mean doing that, so I don't do it. But when I do see these things going on about FUPA, I do think, do you know what? Most women's anatomy and most women's shape, you are normally a bit softer in that area. It's normal. Now, I'm a little bit abnormal in that. I carry my weight on my thighs. When I had my babies, I was massive, mahoosive, over 6.5 stone when I was out here. But I'm still fairly flat there. Don't get me wrong, I have got excess skin. In fact, I'll show you. This is quite disgusting. But so look, there's my stomach, there's my knickers, and I've still got a bit, not a lot, and if I bend, then I've got a bit more. But I'm unusual. Most women aren't particularly flat there or lean on their tummies, you know. They're not. I mean, I can show you how to be, definitely. And the one thing I will say is I did start getting midsection weight gain with the perimenopause and menopause. I did. I genuinely did. So I actually was getting bigger around the middle. And then I had to implement quite a few healthy habits and behaviours consistently to help reduce that, and it worked. So, you know, it's not that I don't get it. I totally get it, and I have been huge when I've had my babies as well. But generally speaking, when you see all these things about FUPAs and that, oh, honestly, just don't even listen to it. In general, your midsection, and when I'm talking about midsection meltdown, is when you see people are very apple-shaped, or we have got that weight around the middle, it's quite detrimental to our health, and you can quite often see it's to do with your metabolic health. So obviously reducing that waist to hip ratio is actually very, very important, not just aesthetically, although most of us want to look nice, it's also very, very important fundamentally for your health. So when I'm going on about these things, that's why I just try and do it light-heartedly. If I'm standing there going, oh yes, increase your metabolic health, blah, 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 reduce your visceral fat, you're going to think, what is she on? It's not exciting, it's not interesting, is it? So I will just put it under a term like midsection meltdown, but then I'll explain to you further, and I'll teach you about strengthening the core muscles, because even if you've got like a lot of softness on top of those muscles, if those muscles are nice and drawn in, you will have a flatter tummy. It does pull your waist, and you do protect your back, and everything does fit better. And obviously you've got those firm foundations to build upon. And then through nutrition and exercise and healthy habits, then you'll start being able to reduce body fat, but not in just one place. If you could reduce it in one place, I would be a multi-billionaire, because nobody would have any cellulite. Or I could take it off there and stick it on there, or I could take it off there and stick it on here. Doesn't work like that. But hey, our bodies are amazing. They're also annoying at times, but they can be amazing if we look after them. So, Thank you for listening to me. If you want to know any more about the 7-day midsection meltdown starter, let me know. I'm going to go and sit on my website again, and I'm going to save each bit as I go. So if the electrics trip out, I won't have to have red mist rage. And also the last question for you is, when was the last time you had a rage moment? And don't you all tell me you never have them, because I bet you do. I was like, honestly, I was quite controlled. It was really good. It just happened before a class. So then I went and talked to my class. So yeah, it's good. So listen, have a fabulous day. And if any of you do your Throwback Thursday pictures, please tag me in them. I'd love to see them. I just really love seeing people's pictures. And I'll see you soon. Bye guys. See you, Insta crew. And what about you, lovely lot? Sometimes you comment, oh, you're all there, but no one's talking to me this morning. Guys, have a really, really good day today. And if you do happen to get any rage or red mist, go for a walk, take a breath, calm yourselves down and don't smash anything up. And I'll see you soon. Bye.